If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to get the latest updates.
Finish off GL module. Okay, fine. So what we were doing yesterday, we were doing the GL tolerances. So one step, there is slight change in one step. Let me tell you that. So I told you in GL tolerances OBA0 and user tolerances OBA4.
Lavanam, your voice is not audible.
Audible. Okay, give me a moment. Give me a moment. Is it audible now?
Yeah, it is audible now. It is audible.
Okay, fine. So what was the configuration that we did yesterday? We went to OBA0. Okay. And we went to company code. Like this. We gave only the amount yesterday. We did not give the percentage. Kindly give the percentage also. Okay, there is a slight change, okay, from what I told you yesterday. All the configuration steps what we did yesterday are correct. Okay, what we did is entirely correct, but a slight change in these two steps. What are those slight changes? Yesterday I told you to give either this or this, but you should give both. Give this in amount and give this also in percentage. Okay, so any tolerances, see, tolerances means what? How much of different system will accept, that is called the tolerance. So how much of different system has to accept on the debit side? This much in amount, this much in percentile. Similarly on credit side, this much in amount and this much in
What is the percentage calculation on which amount, ma'am?
percentage means what? It comes on the amount. Suppose 100 is the amount outstanding. On 100, 1 percentile means what? It will take 1 as the difference. That means 99. I can make the payment. I can receive the payment.
But you already have mentioned $2. So whichever is higher, it will take,
If
right?
you want, you can give 1. Whichever is the lower, system will accept that. If you want to give 1 only here, okay. See, 1 percentile out of 100, I am telling you. What if 200 amount is there? 1% on 200, how much will it become? 198. In that case, this is applicable. This can be applied. It is 2 only, no? Okay. So these two can differ. Okay, whichever is the lower, system will be applying that. Got it, everyone? Okay. So please enter these two. Otherwise, like directly 10 also you can give if you want. Like this also you can give. Depends on the requirement again. Okay. Got it, everyone? So you are entering both amount as well as the percentile. Similarly, in user tolerances also the same. You are entering both amount as well as percentile. Amount as well as percentile. Okay. So because I gave 10 USD and 1 percentile here, every time it need not be the same. Sometimes you are giving 0.5 percentile. Okay, depending upon the requirement you are giving here. How much of different system should accept? Okay, so according to that only you are giving here. Fine.
Or we should not configure every time, one-time configuration. This.
Yes, just one time. Okay, one-time configuration. Now, but yesterday I did not fill this field, percentile field. Okay, so that is the reason why I'm going to these transactions one more time. Got it, everyone? Now let me post the outstanding. I have to do clearing, right? To do clearing, what is required? Outstanding amount is required. Without outstanding amount, how can I do clearing? Red color item should be there to do clearing. Now, some expense account debit, I'm giving 100 here. You can give any amount. Okay. So salary to be paid. And I say credit side, outstanding expense. I would give the same amount. And here I say the same. And I say document, simulate. Okay. So I say post, and if I go to FBL3N on this GL account and execute document number 42, which is 100, minus should be there. Only then it is a liability. See, outstanding means what? Liability. Okay, outstanding, the term outstanding means I'm liable. Okay, so if credit means minus symbol. If credit is not there, what is the payment that I'm doing? Okay, so please understand this. See, first you need to understand the subject. Once you understand the subject, you can do any experimentation later. Okay, any kind of other postings you can do later. First you need to understand the subject. So minus symbol should be there. If it is liability for payment, then minus should be there. So fine, 42 is the document that I posted, 100 is the salary to be paid for me. Okay, so that means I have to make the payment of 100 to my employee, 100 USD. Okay, so out of 100, now what did I do? Payment way made with tolerances. Okay, so suppose I had 99 out of 100. I had 99 with me, and that person has accepted the payment. So I have to close this transaction. Okay, once this 99 is made, it is not that okay, 1 USD is still remaining. It is not like that. Okay, so if I think that 1 USD is remaining, then it will become partial payment or residual payment. But I have to close this transaction forever. So what am I doing? Process open items. Which is the invoice? 42 is the invoice. Okay. So out of 100, I'm making the payment of 99. And system has to ignore this and post and should do the clearing. Similar, at the same time, close the transaction. That is the reason why I'm selecting standard. Otherwise, I would go either for partial and residual. Okay, but I'm going to standard because I have to close the transaction. Now I say document, I say simulate. Now you can see GL tolerances gain is getting posted. Why not loss? I can even post loss also when from F-07, suppose in place of 100, suppose I'm making the payment of 101. I'm making the payment of 101 in place of 100. Loss will be posted. Okay. So did you understand in what cases what GL account is posted? In earlier case, 99 I was trying to make out of 100. So I'm trying to make a less payment. So gain was getting posted. Here, I'm trying to make more payment. So loss is getting posted. Okay. Now, yesterday I told you in OBC4, field status. Okay. Text field, we made it optional. In OBC4 field status, text field, we made it optional. So we went to field status group, we went to G001, general data, and we made text field as optional. Why? Because while trying to make this posting, okay, if at all you give the text field here, okay, tick mark will come and it will be shown as blue in color. If you want, you can keep it the text field as mandatory. But unnecessarily, every time, this will come as blue in color, or you will have to go inside and give some text. Okay. So it is your wish. Okay. It is better to make the text field as mandatory finally. Now you post the document. See, system has posted, though I made a differential posting, system has posted and system has cleared it off. Now let us see. So till now this document number 42 is outstanding. Now system has cleared it off. Document number 42 is been cleared off. Okay. Is there anything related to that document? Okay, nothing is outstanding. It is cleared forever. Okay, got it, everyone? You closed this transaction. That is what GL tolerances is. Okay, I hope everybody understood this. Now I'm giving you one assignment today, which is very, very important. One topic called recurring documents I have already shown you. So related to this, one more example with prepaid expenses or accrued income. Any of these two you can take. Prepaid expense means what? Okay, prepaid expense means suppose I'm running a company. Okay, so I am taking some insurance. Okay, for my company, I'm taking some insurance. So that insurance, how you are making the payment every month, 1,000. Suppose I have to make the payment. Okay, every month 1,000 premium I have to make the payment. Suppose, okay, for that insurance. So in place of every month making 1,000, in January month, that means in the year beginning, I made 12,000 payment. Okay, that is a prepaid. Okay, it is prepaid. That means I have to make the payment in all the coming months, but all that payment I made today itself. That is a prepaid. Opposite to that is accrued income. Accrued income means I have to get the payment. All of the payment I got at a time later. Accrued, okay, accumulated. Okay, so this, one assignment I will give. Okay, try to complete this assignment, which is extremely important. Okay. Okay, at the end of the session, I will be giving you. So once you do this, okay, you will much better understand about recurring. Okay, fine. So at the end of today's session, I will be giving you this. Now, our next module, we are going to the next module, account payables. Okay, account payables. Now we have gone to account payables. Account payables is a subsidiary ledger. Okay, under GL, you find account payables, subsidiary ledger. Now, any subsidiary ledger, you will be creating.
Your voice is not clear, Sonia. It's breaking in between.
Any subsidiary ledger, you will be creating a reconciliation account. Reconciliation account. What do you mean by this reconciliation account? Why do you have to create it? Let us see. In the balance sheet, if you see, if you remember the balance sheet, okay, on the left hand side, you will be able to find the liabilities, and on the right hand side, the assets. So account payables is all about vendors. It is all about vendors. Now, do you think only one vendor will be present for our business in real time? No, multiple vendors will be present. 10, 20, 30, okay, or 50 or 1000 also. Okay, we do not know. Multiple vendors will be present. So suppose I'm doing business with 1000 number of vendors. In the balance sheet, on the left hand side, that means on the liabilities side, if I want to show the balances of all these vendors, do you think I have to write all those 1000 number of vendors I have to mention in the balance sheet? How big my balance sheet will become? Okay, it is not like that. Okay, then how is that we have to mention the balances of all those 1000 number of vendor balances? I have to consolidate the amount. Okay, but there is some criteria to consolidate. What is that criteria? That criteria depends upon company to company. Suppose in one company, the consolidation will be done according to the location of the vendor. That means domestic vendors. I accumulate all the domestic vendors and I mention the balance. Foreign vendors. Okay. Again, I consolidate all the balances of all the foreign vendors. Okay. So this is one criteria. Another criteria, according to currencies. Okay. Vendors with whom I do the transactions in USD. Vendors with whom I do the transactions in EUR. That way. That is another criteria. You can take any criteria. One more criteria. I'm telling you, vendors from whom I buy so and so material, vendors from whom I buy, okay, a different type of material. That is another criteria. So what criteria to take depends upon the company. Okay. So you can take any criteria. Now, based on that criteria, reconciliations will be created. Reconciliation accounts will be created. Okay, one reconciliation account for one classification. Okay, so domestic vendors, one reconciliation account. Foreign vendors, one more reconciliation account. So how many ever you would want to do the classifications, those many reconciliation accounts you will have to create. Okay, this is the concept of reconciliation account. Now, in general ledger module, in GL module, I'm asking you a question. What is a prerequisite in order to create the GL master data? Yes, anyone? What was the prerequisite in order to create the GL master data?
We needed to have account groups.
Very good, fantastic. Here also the same way. Okay, even to create the vendor master data, I have to have the account group. Okay, why? Because number range itself is maintained in the account group. What has to be the number range interval is maintained in the account group. So here also the same. Maintain vendor account group. Okay, so when you OBDT. There in GL, OBD4. Account group transaction code was OBD4. Here it is OBD3. For customers, it is OBD2. This is how you need to remember. Okay, if you remember this way, it becomes very easy. OBD4 in GL, OBD3 in AP, in AR it is OBD2. OBD3, vendor account groups, new entries. What is the name? You can take any name that you want. Okay, if you are doing one-time business with this vendor, select it, otherwise not required. Now save. After saving, customizing TR, fine. Now in the account group itself, even in GL account also, GL account group also, you saw the field status, right? Okay, you have to click one button and you will go into the field status. Okay, here also the same. Field status is present. And this is a field status for general data level, company code level, purchasing data level. GL master data, you saw the field status at what levels? Chart of accounts level and company code level. Okay, that is for GL master data. This is for vendor master. Vendor master is present in 3 different levels: general data level, company code level, purchasing level. Now, general data level, all these will be present in general data level. Okay, similarly, you can click all this. Company code level, all this. You can double click on this to see the fields. Purchasing level. Okay, so general data level is the same across all company codes for the same vendor. Company code data level differs from company code to company code. Purchasing level data differs from purchasing organization to purchasing organization. Okay, fine. Now what will I do? I go to company code data, account management, reconciliation account. I make it required and then I say save. My vendor account group is created. Now, second step. Okay, please try to understand. Okay. Now, second step is the number ranges. Number ranges. Number ranges. Transaction of the OBAS here. Okay. Number
Lavanya,
ranges means.
your voice is continuously breaking actually.
Oh, is it? Is it happening to all of you? Can
Yes,
you please?
Lavanya.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it? Okay. Hmm. Okay, now let me know if you happen to hear the same way. Okay, fine. So once you create the vendor account groups, you need to do this. You need to, sorry. You need to create the number range interval for the vendor, which is XKN1. Okay, number range maintenance for the vendor. Now here, I have to say insert line, and similarly, whichever way you did even for GL, okay, document number range interval, same way you're doing. But this number, you can give any number here. Okay, for GL, how did we enter the number here? For SA document type 01. Okay, like that we kept on entering. Okay, but here this number, okay, according to your wish, you can enter. From number to number also the same. Okay, and internal, external is there. You already know the meaning. Internal means system created and external means manually. Now, for vendors, if you see, suppose as I told you, I'm doing business with 1000 number of vendors. Okay, if the vendors are like 100,001, 100,002, like that, if the vendors are there, do you think I will be able to identify the vendor? Which company is that? Vendor means a company, right? Okay, which is this 100,002 means which company? Okay, I might get confused. So it is always better to create the vendors as well as the customers in alphabet. If I create the vendor directly as ABC Industries Limited, then how easy it will be for me to identify. For GL accounts, we do not have any other option. We will have to create in numbers only. Cash account 100,000 is my cash account. I have to create the GL accounts only in numbers. Beside number, definitely I can give the description of the GL account. Okay, but in SAP, I do not have any other option. I have to create in numbers only for GL account. But for vendor and customer master, I have an option. I can create in alphabet. Okay, that means I can create a vendor as ABC Industries Limited. Similarly, a customer as well. So this number range called XX number range is having the number range interval of alphabet, alphanumeric otherwise. Okay, A to all Z. And any alphabet number range, see, ABC Industries Limited, do you think I can create it as internally? Internally means system created. How does the system know it is having the name ABC Industries? System will not know, right? Okay, numbers means system will know which number to take. So we will have to give external. So alphabet number range interval, that means alphanumeric external. So XX is the standard. System has already given XX number range interval for vendor master, which is always external. So this one only we are taking. If you want, you can create a new one already. Okay, alphanumeric number range is already created, which is XX. So I'm using the same XX here. I don't want to create a new one. Even in real time also, most of the cases we do the same way. Now assign number range interval to vendor account group. Transaction code OBAS. Okay, now you need to assign. Now what I do? Is it breaking again? My voice?
It's clear.
Okay, thank you. So vendor account group, you need to assign the number range. You can select from here if you want. If you remember, you can directly give. Okay, done. Number range, done. Done. Now what next? Next is in GL, we saw GL tolerances. In vendor, vendor tolerances. So that means even to do the clearing on the vendor, I require vendor tolerances. For GL tolerances, transaction code is OBA0. User tolerances OBA4. Here it is OBA3. OBA0, OBA4, OBA3. We saw till now. So vendor tolerances OBA3. Now try to observe something what is happening here. OBA3. When I opened OBA3, system is saying customer vendor tolerances. Okay. So even for customers also same transaction. I'm giving the company code. Again, don't give any name to the tolerance group. So that means in customer module, I need not create separate tolerances. So what has to be permitted payment differences? Here you will have to enter on gain side, how much, percentile, okay, adjustment discount, any discounts you are giving, how much you can, okay, adjust. Permitted payment differences you can give and you can say save.
Well, is the discount in USD or percentage?
Your company code currency. This is in currency, USD. This is percentile. Percentile, you cannot apply any, this one, no, any currency. This obviously will be this currency. Okay, your company code currency only. Okay, so the same tolerances is applicable even for customers also. Now, next is fine. So whatever that is required to do the master data, we have created. Now, what about the GL account? GL account what? Let us see what GL account we will have to create. Now, I'm trying to create vendor master. Transaction code is XK01. You need to remember all the transaction codes, whatever I'm writing here. I'm trying to create a vendor master, create vendor. So I have taken alphabet number range interval so that I can create the names. Okay. Now I will give the vendor name as some name I'm giving. Okay. I gave some name to the vendor, not numbers. I'm giving an alphabet. In this company code, what is the account group? This is still processing this transaction.
In real time also, do we have access for master data?
We can have the access, but in production system, we don't create. Any transaction which is not asking for TR, we are not responsible. Okay, we are not responsible. End user himself is doing in production system. Okay, Whereas in development and quality, definitely we can do account group, company code, and name of the vendor. I give the name, account, company code, and account group. Oh my God. This transaction is taking time. Okay, so meanwhile, let us create the GL account. So I will have to create the GL account under liability. Now I'm trying to create one. What GL account I'm trying to create? Try to see. Liability means balance sheet. Here I will have to give domestic vendor. See, I have to follow some classification. I told you just now for reconciliation. So this classification or criteria can be anything depending upon the currency or depending upon the product that I'm buying from him, or whether it is a domestic vendor or foreign vendor. The criteria can be anything depending upon the requirement. So I'm taking the criteria as foreign vendor and domestic vendor. So now I'm creating domestic vendors, multiple vendors. I will have to consolidate, right? So I'm saying domestic vendors. Now here, don't, okay. So here, reconciliation account, I told you, right? This is a reconciliation account. So recon account means reconciliation account. Vendors or customers? Vendors. Even for assets also we create, okay? Vendors. This is a reconciliation account for vendors. Any reconciliation account, you cannot post to it. That means on 20004, I cannot make any postings. How is that possible? We will be seeing. So any GL account which you cannot post, you should not be activating this one. So I'm deactivating. Don't click this one. Only balances in local currency. Don't click this one. Why? Because you cannot make any postings on this. Okay, fine. Now, come down, open item management. See vendors. On vendors, I have to do clearing. Okay, see tomorrow I'm buying some material on credit basis. I did not make the payment. Okay, I bought some material. In that case, vendor has to be created as red color item, open item. Okay, outstanding amount should be created on the vendor. Liability should be created when I'm not making the payment or whenever I'm delaying the payment. In that case, clearing should be done on the vendor. Okay, so for a reconciliation account, okay, or open item management is inbuilt there in this GL account. Whenever I am activating reconciliation account for any GL account, it means open item management is automatically there inside it. So specifically, I need not activate open item management. I need not activate for a reconciliation account. Even though I'm not activating open item management, still you can see red color and green color items. That means inbuilt inside it already it is there. Whenever I'm activating, okay, this is also getting activated. So that is the reason why you need not activate open item management specifically. Now, sort key. This is for vendors, no? So sort key, vendor number I will give. Okay, if you want, you can keep like that only. Posting date was there till now. If you want, you can keep like that only. Posting date also. Now, for all the reconciliation accounts, field status should be reconciliation accounts. Applicable for all the reconciliation accounts. Okay. So one GL account you created, which is a reconciliation account. Now I'm trying to create the vendor master in XK01. Okay. Now I give the name of the vendor because it is external, company code, account group, and I say enter. After saying enter, system is asking title. It is a company. Fine. Now I give some name here, description. Cash account you give. Here you give the number of the cash account, and here you give the description. Okay. So I have name 2 field also here. Name 1 field, name 2 field. Here you can see the text box, name 2. Why name 2? In some countries like Chinese countries, Chinese and Japanese, they give the name here in English, and here they give the name in their own language, regional language. So this field is for maintaining the name of the vendor in regional language. Okay, fine. So country field is mandatory in address tab. Address is present in general level. Now let us see what is that general level. Okay, so this address we saw. Next, control data. You can just skip this control. Next, payment transactions. Any payment that you would want to make to this vendor should go to which bank account? That bank details you are giving. Okay, bank details of the vendor. That bank is present in which country? Any country you can give. Okay, I'm giving country as any country you can take. I'm taking Australia. AU I'm taking. What is this bank and all? I will be telling you later. Bank account number, account holder name. Next, you can ignore this contact person. Next, now you can see company code information. Here, reconciliation account is coming as mandatory. Why? In account groups, we have activated reconciliation account as mandatory, in field status. That is the reason. So here you will have to assign the GL account which you created just now. This was the reconciliation GL account which we created just now. For domestic vendors, we created. If you want to create for foreign vendors also, you can create. Similarly, for foreign vendors also create one more. Cash management group. This will be activated if FSCM you are using. So domestic I'm taking. Now next, payment terms. For now you can select the standard payment terms 0001. That's it. So what did we do now? If you see this, the vendor account group, if you see the vendor account group, okay, general data, company code data, and purchasing data. In this general data, we saw address, we gave the name of the vendor and also the country. Communication, we have skipped. Control, we skipped. In payment transactions, we saw bank. See, bank details. Okay, in address, we saw all this, no? A name, okay, all this. Okay, so at general data level, we see the address and all. So all these details are the same. Okay, for the vendors who are using the respective reconciliation account across all the company codes. Company code data will be differing from company code to company code. Okay, This is specific to company code. All these are specific to company code. Then why did not we see purchasing data? I can have purchasing data only when you implement integration. Okay, that means module if you have, okay, purchasing data we will be able to see, which we will be discussing in integrations. Okay, so vendor master data xk01 we saw. And if I want to make any changes, xk02 change vendor, I can make the changes. xk03 I can display the vendor. xk04 vendor account changes. I hope you all remember the park document after manager has entered and saved the document after it got posted. Okay, with changes. What did I do as an accountant? Whatever changes he made, I wanted to see. Okay, so I could see. Okay, park document changes I went. Okay, what was the old value? What is the new value? Everything will be shown over there. Okay, so here also the same. If you make any changes in the vendor master data, here you will be able to see in XK04. Okay. Next, XK05, blocking or unblocking of the vendor. You can block the vendor at company code level, at purchasing level. Okay. We have seen the blocking of the GL account, right? For a specific company code, for all company codes, like that. So this is blocking of the vendor. XK06, flagging for deletion, we saw the GL account also. Okay, flagging for deletion at company code level or all company codes or general data, whichever. Okay, you want. Flagging for deletion. Now, very, very important. Now I open the vendor master XK03. This is select all, so that all these will be selected. Select all, I said, all these got selected. I say enter. After entering, extras administrative data. So here you can see the account group, with which account group it got created. This way you can see. So this is created with this account group. Now